Alright guys, here are your 3 basic rules to finger picking. Rule number 1, don't plant your pinky on the face of the guitar like this. Some people say, hey, but people like players like Tommy Emmanuel do it, and Chet Atkins, Bloody Bloody, Merle Travis, whatever. If it looks like their pinky was touching the face of the guitar, it's just because they had really, really big hands and they were just laying it there. They weren't pressing in on it, using it for an anchor. They just have really huge hands, and their finger just, part of their hand just happens to just rest there. So don't take that as an excuse to try to use this pinky press into the guitar like that and use it as an anchor, because that creates all kinds of tension in your wrist and up your arm that will really cause you a lot of pain later on, and it tightens your hand up. I mean, try it for yourself. It causes tension in your hand. If you don't press your pinky there and you just have your fingers relaxed, place your thumb on the 5th string, your index on the 3rd, your middle finger on the 2nd string, and your ring finger on the 1st string. Now just go thumb, index, thumb on the 4th, and then middle on the 2nd. Just try that. It's just a basic little Travis picking pattern. It's thumb, index, thumb on 4, middle, and then put them all back. Just try that. Now you can have your ring finger resting on the 1st string if you want, but you don't have to either, okay? Feel the freedom and the relaxation in your hand when you play that way. Now try it with your pinky planted. You should notice that there's a lot less freedom and relaxation in your hand, and that your hand is now tightened in this position, right? Just relax or pressing in and it's tight. Okay, so you want to get away from that tight feeling. All right, rule number 2. You want a wrist that's flat. Okay, so just flat by mean not like this, coming away from the guitar like this, and not broken back like this, and not coming out like this either. So you're not coming, or not coming out this way, right? So that your hand's in this funny position, right? You want your hand so that your thumb is just a little bit in front of your fingers. So if the edge of my thumb, if I had a ruler, my thumb would be here, my fingers are here. So you don't want your thumb inside your fingers so that your fingers are in front of your thumb. You want your thumb in front and your fingers back with a wrist that is flat. Okay, and that is a good hand position. All right, rule number 3 is plant your fingers to give your hand security. So if I take with my left hand, I'm going to take a basic C chord, okay? Basic C chord. Okay, now with my right hand, I have all my fingers on the strings. We're just going to use the basic finger picking pattern. That's a Travis picking pattern that's used in Landslide. Okay, so you thumb on 5, index on 3, middle on 2nd, and ring finger on 1st. If you want to, that can be a little security because that doesn't tighten your hand, or you can leave it off, whatever you want. Now, all your fingers are down to begin with. So you could play 5, 5th string. So I'll just say thumb, because your fingers are always going to play the same strings except for your thumb. It's going to go back and forth between 5 and 4. Okay, so we got thumb, index, thumb, and then middle. Okay, now I'm going to go thumb, and as my index plays, it's going to be like a springboard where it's going to come on to contact with the next string. This is called sequential planting. When you start all together, it's called a full plant. Okay, when you plant one finger at a time, it's sequential. So I start with a full and an index, and then as my index goes away, my thumb comes on 4. So it's a little springboard effect. Now, as I play my thumb, well, my middle finger is already there because I started with a full plant. Okay, and now my thumb's going to come back on 5 right away like a springboard. So I'm going to go thumb, index, thumb, middle. And as I played my middle, my thumb came back on 5. Now thumb, and as I play thumb, index is like a little springboard on 3. springboard, springboard, springboard. All right, so here we go. I'll just say plant instead of springboard because it's kind of a long word. Okay, so plant, plant, plants. Just plant the next finger that's you're going to play. Now what this is going to help you is to play accurately. So if you're swatting, if you're always trying to just do this, this is just too free of a hand, is if you're swatting and you're going to just miss, right? Because there's no, your fingers have no point of reference. It's like, where the heck are the strings, right? So you're just swatting at the strings, and you may notice that if you try and play this way, it's really hard to be accurate and always hit the right string. But if your hand is resting like this, or close to the strings, and you're planting sequentially, your fingers will always be in control. That's when you speed it up. Okay, when you practice it slowly, use that springboard effect. Split second before the next finger plays, or after this one is played, then you go to the next one. So here, right as that one plays, the thumb goes down. As that one plays, that one goes down. As this one plays, this one goes down. You practice it really slowly, it's going to give you a lot of security in your fingers. You're going to feel like you really have control of what you're playing. Then you gradually speed it up, and you feel that control, that contact that your fingers are having with the strings is going to take the place of the feeling like you need to plant something on the face of the guitar. But you don't need to do that. Your fingers on the strings will give you all the security you need if you use them properly and plant them in a sequential or a full plant way. So mess around with this, try it out, remember the 3 rules, and you're good to go. Let me know how you like this lesson. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by and watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave a comment. Those 3 things really help the channel grow. So really appreciate it. Thanks again, and see you next time.